Yeah, I think that's an interesting idea, the UP as a faith complex. Let's start taking last comments.
Yeah.
Piketty, you were wanting to come in. Go ahead. Can we unmute Mr. Nambiar?
Tavleen ji has started with one particular thing, and which I really amused, or rather very, very happy. It's all about number 10 Janpat as a house. There is nothing beyond that, this all these Rajya Sabha seat or the other seats. And do you know that the in Wayanad Muslim League is the prominent party, and they don't want Rahul Gandhi to be an MP. I spoke to so many people. It's my neighboring district. And nobody wanted Rahul Gandhi to be there as a guest role, coming once in a while and jumping on the car and making some, going and having some pakoda. This is not the kind of politics of today. We are talking about Narendra Modi, a 24/7 politician who lead the country from the front. And on top of it, here it comes to the mother, daughter, and the son, saying that yes, we are the people who hold the dukan of the love. This is not what we
do you believe as a supporter of this government, do you believe Priyanka Gandhi is a more effective politician than Rahul Gandhi? Would you take her more seriously as a political opponent?
Overrated. There is no credentials.
Overrated.
See, she's been there in the politics at least 10, 15 years, partially or impartially or whatever it may be. There is nothing, there is no credibility. Tell me, what is the credibility of Priyanka Gandhi as a Congress leader, or as a parliamentarian, or as a politician, or in the same is in the same
place? I think it's a fair question. Sanjay, because you said in the beginning that she hadn't been given a good inaugural. What does that actually qualify as? I mean, she has been given a position in the party without actually any sustained evidence of winnability. She has run campaigns in UP, managed a constituency for her brother, which he then lost, right?
Well, let's be
realistic.
Yeah, Barkha, I do believe that, Priyanka, what she does, we'll figure out in the coming months. But I think this election is really about the future of this country. I heard PKD making some anecdotal comments of some people whom he knows in Wayanad don't like Rahul. I think, I know hundreds and thousands of people who have a contrarian view. So let's not get into that kind of a pedestrian argument. The larger point here is that India today faces a serious challenge to its democratic, secular structure. And if anybody here is foolish enough to believe just because Narendra Modi is apparently very popular, allegedly won the third term, and therefore everything is a hunky-dory, ladies and gentlemen, smell the coffee. Because the truth is this, and this is what I think I like to basically believe in, and I have an ideology that is very consistent with what the Congress stands for, no matter what its political fault lines are, which I concede are serious. But I think this election might still throw up some surprises we are not ready for. I have friends, I know people, including in the state I come from. Trust me, there are serious, I would say, disillusionment levels across the length and breadth of this country. The farmers' agitation, Barkha, is I think, a manifestation of something that you cannot ignore. Nobody here has talked about unemployment. I think Sugata talked about, India has got a different issue, etc., etc. Does anybody realize what it means when you kill institutions? I know people today who have lost faith in the judiciary of this country. There are problems. There's CBI, ED, income tax. Large members of your opposition are either in jail, are being bought out, or are being told you will be in jail soon. Okay. So I think the larger challenge that one should not ignore, I don't care for anybody's political preferences. They're free to have it. There are concerns about India's future. And I do believe that if the Congress and the opposition don't pull it off, and I'll agree with Tavleen on that one completely, the laundry list of issues that the Congress had, the Congress today should have been the front runner instead of still trying to be cobbling up a coalition to take on Modi. And that, I think, is the real disappointment. I hope it changes.
Sugata, and then Tavleen can have the last word. Sugata, go ahead.
Yeah, Barkha, I mean, a lot of emphasis is put on Priyanka Gandhi's articulation and political communication. See, she is articulate, she is charming, but that alone is not sufficient. In fact, if you speak about EMS Namboodiripad, he would be stuttering, but he was one of the finest political brains. So, I mean, Manmohan Singh was not very articulate, but then he knew his job. So, I mean, articulation doesn't count for much in politics. And second, Barkha, this scaremongering also won't help. Saying that, oh, Modi will take over, democracy will die, that will happen, this, all of that may be true. I mean, I will agree on everything that Sanjay ji says. But the problem is that you can't just, be scaremongering, but you also have to strategize. Electioneering, that's a different game completely. And I think Congress has lost its touch. If you look at the reaction to Ashok Chavan's exit, if you look at the reaction to Ghulam Nabi Azad's exit, if you look at the reaction to Milind Deora's exit, that tells you the kind of amateurs who are running the party.
Yeah, amateurs running the party. Tavleen, here's the point. Mr. Modi has won his elections fair and square, right? Whatever Sanjay's concerns about religious minorities, Muslims, institutional freedoms, the voter accesses elections in terms of, does my vote bring in or bring down somebody? They're not too, I think, worked up over the finer points of democracy. Yes, unemployment, price rise, definitely. Those impact people every day. Do they care? Priyanka Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi? On the other hand, we can't say personality doesn't matter, because one of the things that works for the Prime Minister is the cult of personality around him. Personality does matter.
Okay, I want to say two things. One is, I've heard Priyanka's speeches, and she's very she made very good little quips and clever little jibes at the Prime Minister, etc. But I haven't heard what she stands for. Does she stand for democracy and secularism, etc.? She does not. It's always her family. My dadi liked football, and my father did this, and that doesn't work anymore. Most people are at a voting age now don't even remember Indira Gandhi, so she needs to get over that. Secondly, we really do need an opposition party. I wrote that in my column last week. We need an opposition party that stands for those foundational values that I believe in, the liberalism, democracy, and so whether the voter stands for that or not, if you can convince him that this is important, that's what political leaders should do. That is how you win elections, when you convince the guy who's going into the polling booth that you stand for certain things. That we do not see in any member of the Gandhi family or in any other Congress leader at the moment.